Aquarius, I'm so sorry I'm a little late on these. Like I said, for the rest of the signs, which you probably didn't see, but I've been crazy busy. I had one of my best friends growing up. She came to town, and I had a lot of other stuff going on. So here it is. Here's your reading for June 1st through the 7th. I'm using the Earth Magic Oracle deck from Stephen D. Farmer this week, and what fell out for you was shape-shifting clouds. And as I was shuffling your tarot, what came out was the Page of Pentacles. So the gist I'm getting from this right off the bat is that for some of you, your perspective is changing. And for some of you, there's just a lot of movement. There's a lot of change coming up. And it's actually good. It might be revolving around something big that's coming into your life, a new beginning. And it's almost as if it's giving you a new, I want to say a new lease on life, but it's not like that, but it's like it's changing your perspective, and it's like kind of giving you a renewal in a sense of happiness, a new renewal of you're getting excited, almost like a childlike sense of wonder. But let's jump into your reading and see what this is exactly. So what's driving the energy is the Six of Swords. So it's almost as if, and what's coming out right off the bat is the Ace of Wands. It's almost as if you're moving away from old self-limiting beliefs. You're moving away from stuff that no longer serves you. And you're putting in the effort to get away from that. You're putting in the effort for change. It's not the easiest move you've made, though. In your recent past, we have the Magician, and so what I'm seeing is that you manifested this new beginning that is coming in for you now, or has recently come in for you, or is about to come in for you. Like we said, energy just depends on the person. So I could be reading for 2 weeks from now, I could be reading for right now, I could be reading in the past. It just depends on the person and where their energy lies. But so this new beginning came in, and it's almost as if for some of you, you didn't realize that you worked for this. You were working towards something, right? But it's almost like this opportunity presented itself, and all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, these past however many years really prepared me for this, but I wasn't going for this, but all of a sudden I'm here, and this is beautiful. It's like something out of the blue came up for you, and it's going to bring you a lot of abundance because we have 8s here. But it's something you really weren't expecting. It's like you put in the work for it, but you didn't realize that that's what you were putting the work in for. Where you're at, though, you're a little fear-based, you're a little scared, but what I see is that you're really going to go to extreme lengths to end this fear, to get out of these swords. Even most of you that I'm reading for right now have a bad attitude because, and it's not towards anybody but yourself. It's like, why do I keep putting myself in this position to be trapped, to be fearful? Why am I so fearful of this? Blah, 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 like that kind of mood. So what I'm seeing here is that you're taking extra steps to totally change your mindset and get out of this mindset. And then I see you coming out of these old ways of thinking, these old painful ways that were blocking you in the past. You're coming out of that. Yeah, you're also coming to the end of a cycle because we have 2 10s here in the Judgment card, and we also have the Magician. So it's like things are wrapping up and you're starting anew, which is beautiful. Right now it's leaving you feeling a little unstable, for some of you, especially financially, but this is a new venture that is going to bring in a lot of abundance. So there's like this period here where you're waiting, and you, especially with the Magician, I feel like most of you feel that this is coming, so you're not too worried about it ultimately, but I do see a little bit of worry around money here. When we get into clarification, we'll kind of get into that. Right now, I see you more focused on whatever this is versus love, but that could just be for a few people. It's almost as if you took a lot of time to really self-reflect, and kind of go within to think about this, and you're like, maybe you did some shadow work and you traced it back, and you're like, I need to get out of these self-limiting beliefs. I need to get out of the situation that I keep putting myself in. But now it's like you did the reflection, but you want to act on that reflection. And I do see you acting on the reflection and moving forward. And I do see this being a huge rebirth. in your life, a huge rebirth in your life that's going to bring in so much abundance and happiness for you. And I feel as if the universe is going to bless you even harder because you did take the time to put the work in, to really remove yourself from this toxic energy that you kept putting yourself in. And I don't mean with other people. I mean, please take how it resonates. But what I'm seeing here for most of you is that there was a lot of fear-based mentality around certain things in your life, whatever this is resonating for. For some of you, you just felt as if you weren't good enough to really pull this off, or you were nervous all the time. You felt like you didn't have the talents to back up whatever you're doing, but you actually do. And you actually were putting in the work the entire time without even realizing what you were working for. You might have been thinking you were just working for something else, and then once this opportunity presents itself or presented itself, it's like, oh my God, I didn't realize. Like, for example, you could have been drawing and taking watching lessons on YouTube of how to draw certain things, right? And then all of a sudden, however long later, you get a job opportunity to teach people how to draw, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't realize. I thought I was doing it for myself, maybe as a relaxing hobby or something, but now I do have the skill set without even realizing that I grew that skill set to actually back this up and to turn it into something tangible. That's what I'm seeing here. But let's get into clarification. I'm trying to think if I keep this or not. Yes, okay. So to clarify the Eight of Pentacles reversed, right now on the board we have 3 queens in the reverse. So that's telling me that there's definitely a need to balance your energy here. Putting in all of this work, it's almost as if it's this fight or flight, like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I do need to make a change. But it's almost like you're going so fast with it, it's almost reckless, in a sense, to try to change it. There's not a lot of thought behind it. There was the thought of making the decision to change it, and then there were the actions, and the actions just feel as if they're not really thought out. They're not really planned. They're more of just a reckless, I need out of here, fight or flight type action. Because we have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands reversed. So that's telling me there's a lack of feeling confident. There's a lack of emotional fulfillment. There's this feeling of trapped energy, almost fearful based. Yeah, like I said. And that's almost blocking you from seeing the work you're putting in, or it's blocking you from working on this new beginning that is coming in for you, or maybe blocking you from seeing the new beginning that is there. I feel as if you're coming out of mental conflict with yourself here, and that is when you're going to see this offer that is on the table for you, or that is coming in for you. Yeah, you're not, it's, for some of you, it's almost as if, wow, Queen of Swords reversed twice. So it's like you're taking extra efforts to cut out the bullshit here. And it's almost bullshit within yourself. It's not with other people. The Seven of Swords with the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Swords reversed kind of represents to me that you knew that there was work that needed to be put in, but you almost kept lying to yourself and everyone else. Mostly yourself, though. It's like, no, I'm good. I'm balanced. I don't need to put in self-work. Like, I'm good. But it's like that offer won't come in until you do, and you know you're lying to yourself. So, but I do see you coming out of that energy of waiting around. I see you actually putting in the effort to change these things. Why is this Knight of Cups here? Yeah, you're actually going for it. There was a feeling of kind of being stuck emotionally. You weren't really moving forward. You didn't really know how to get out of the situation, but you were like, okay, like, I got to make a conscious choice to get out of here. Wow, the Eight of Pentacles reversed again. Yeah, so there might have been a break in work. Some of you might have been terminated, or you quit your job trying to go towards this new beginning, but there was a delay, there was a hiccup in starting the new beginning. So it's almost as if some of you were out of work and that's causing financial issues, financial lack, but there's still the sense of, hey, I'm manifesting this, I can just hold on a little bit longer. This abundance is coming in for me, and that is true. That's exactly what I'm seeing here. What is judgment here for? Yeah, it's almost as if you're just, like I said, making the conscious effort. Even it's almost as if this has pushed you to your breaking point at this point, and you're like, I need out of this. I cannot continue to think like this. I can no longer continue to live like this anymore. And so it is pushing you to, it's almost pushing you with a bad attitude, in a sense of being like, I need out of here. Like, I don't care what I have to do, I need out. And so when you make that conscious choice, even with that kind of, I'm going to say this in the best way possible. There's negative energy here because you're so fight or flight. It's almost a survival tactic at this point. But I don't see it being a bad thing. I think it's giving you just the push that you need at this point to come out of the unknown, to come out of not knowing what to do, to make that final judgment call, and to get to the Three of Cups where you're actually celebrating your achievements. I do see this whole reading being a full shape-shifting moment for you guys, of coming out of this crazy energy. Anyway, Aquarius, that has been your quick and to the point reading for June 1st through June 7th. Thank you so much. If this touched you and it worked for you, I'm doing personal readings for $15 this week. Please reach out, and if not, if it did resonate with you, please just give me a comment, like, share, subscribe. That's super sweet of you guys, and I really enjoy it. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.